What do you do when you have students who come to your class who are experiencing suicidal thoughts, whose parents are separated, whose member of the family just died? How do you treat your students who are experiencing same sex attraction or have been sexually or physically abused? How can these circumstances influence our students' attitudes and experiences in seminary or institute? Just like us, our students are experiencing the joys and challenges of mortality. They can enter our classrooms either buoyed up or weighed down. At times, they hold these experiences close to them, and we only see the outward manifestations of them. Other times, they open their hearts to us and share their joys and sorrows. Teachers can play a meaningful role in helping students navigate through their experiences. It is essential that we help in the right way. The right way doesn't mean trying to remove their grief or solve their problems. It doesn't mean that we need to become experts. According to Brother Chad Webb, it is critical that every teacher understands the doctrine, knows what the Lord's prophets are currently saying about these topics, and knows how to respond in helpful and compassionate ways. The purpose of this introductory lesson is to provide a framework with 4 elements based upon Brother Webb's counsel that will help teachers respond to students appropriately. These 4 elements are: know and understand prophetic teachings, respond with love and empathy, help students strengthen their connection with Jesus Christ, and connect students to parents, priesthood leaders, and other resources. For this week's micro training, we will focus on the first one: know and understand current prophetic teachings. In order for us to see how this works, let us hear Elder Renlund and Elder Christofferson talk about the church stand on suicide and LGBT.
There's an old sectarian notion that suicide is a sin and that someone who commits suicide is banished to hell forever. That is totally false. I believe the vast majority of cases will find that these individuals have lived heroic lives and that suicide will not be a defining characteristic of their eternities.
Someone who is adhering to the norm of chastity, someone who is following the covenants and the standards, teachings of the gospel of Christ, though they may be dealing with same-sex attraction, really there's no reason they cannot be fully participative. They can't be a full-fledged member of the church and hold callings and speak and enter the temple and serve there, and all the other opportunities and blessings that can come from church membership will be available to them.
Pause for a while and think about the following questions. What were some of the previous ideas and opinions that you held on these topics that are different from the current prophetic teachings? What are the dangers of not using the most current prophetic teachings with our students? The following points are very important to consider. First, it is essential that you become stay and current in your understanding of prophetic teachings and church resources. Being current on prophetic teachings is an ongoing process that will help you better know how to respond to a student in a moment of need. Knowing and understanding current prophetic teachings does not mean that teachers become the expert or that they will share all that they know during a conversation with a student. Instead, they will have a reservoir of truth that will help them know what is appropriate and not appropriate to say. After watching this video, complete the self-assessment activity at the bottom. After completing the assessment, which topic do you feel the least knowledgeable about? Spend some time this week on studying about these topics using the link below.